When we talk about emptiness, we're not students of Buddhism or any particular school. It simply seems to be, after much discussion between us, the only word to describe a more fundamental and truthful dimension than any other. Let's try and explain that. To be in a state of pure being, of unconditional love and peace, is really worthwhile to the world, to channel those energies into the world. To be in bliss, such that whoever is near you becomes confronted with the evidence that bliss can also be there, together with suffering, or together with stress, or together with fear. It creates an opening to be in ecstasy, to be in a state of ecstasy among people who have a depression of heart, can show to those people that this depressed state is relative, it's not the only state. But what it's really important to remember is that all of these phenomena, bliss, ecstasy, even love and peace, they're not absolute positions. They're not endpoints. You can walk through a battlefield of disaster and suffering and terror and dread and fear in a state of unconditional love. But is that what is really needed exclusively in that moment? Emptiness, that which in us, which is the bedrock behind perception, meaning all that we perceive or feel or experience, even if it's love and peace and bliss and ecstasy, is empty of a separate self. Meaning, love is not absolute. Love is something that's felt or experienced. There is something behind that which is the bedrock of love, which allows love to expand, which allows love to attune, which allows love to truly move through all that is appearing. And that would be emptiness. Anything which we feel or experience or perceive is not absolute, because we, the one who can perceive or feel or experience, is facilitating it. It's a reflection, it's an energy, it's in movement, it's in transformation. It's attuning its frequency and its vibration microsecond by microsecond. It's not stable, it's arising from something else. When we allow the space of emptiness, we allow a non-attachment even to the perspectives of peace and love. And these perspectives, when we're attached to them, they begin to have an agenda. There must be peace now. Agendas carry a subtle judgment. A subtle judgment. You're not okay because you're not in an unconditional love. I'm a teacher, I'm in love. All the time. You're not okay because you didn't attain that yet. You didn't get it yet. You didn't acquire this status yet. This is a judgment. And where there's judgment, there's condemnation. Condemnation in the sense that it touches a place where a human being feels themselves to be inherently not okay, inherently wrong, bad. condemned, thrown out of Eden, guilty of something individually or collectively, which means it will never be redeemed. So we hear a lot in religion about redemption. The redemption that could come after we die. The redemption that could come collectively to all of us when the Messiah comes and we are risen from the dead. Redemption is a word which is talking about the total collapse of form into emptiness, and out of that emptiness, the rising in and of itself of new form, rejuvenated form, purer form, form which is more precisely attuned to the needs of the whole. So our theme today is emptiness and redemption. I pass it on to Bart if he's got.
So the very beautiful thing about redemption is by letting go, nothing gets lost. You can let go of the mind, even let go of the whole physical head, so it becomes like a stone. It doesn't mean that our mental abilities get lost. You can let go of the heart. You can let go of any experience connected with the chest area. It doesn't mean that love gets lost or any experience gets lost. You can let go of the pelvic and let go of any experience, passion, connection with emptiness, instinct, which is connected with the pelvic. Doesn't mean that any of that gets lost. In letting go, there is a kind of collapse. There is a collapse basically of the agenda we build up, or of the experience we identify with. Basically, letting go like this is letting go of any form we take in the moment, which we tend to control, we tend to identify with. This is what I am. And realizing that it's just a thought, it's just an experience, it's just a form. So this letting go is leading to what I think is real freedom. A freedom in which any form can come forward. A freedom in which none of the forms is absolute. It's part of life. It's part of expression of life through you. But it's not what you are. But this freedom is only possible if we give the forms which are coming forward inside us, and often at the same moment a lot of different forms, the freedom to be, the freedom to exist. That's being alive. It doesn't mean that we need to express every form which is coming forward. So when we look to redemption, it's the letting go, the collapse of what we've building up as an identity, as an I, as an experience, into emptiness where it can dissolve. And then from emptiness itself, the redeemed form will come forward. The form, as Georgi said, which is more attuned to the moment, more attuned to the need of the moment, more attuned to maybe the need of the universe, which is not separate from the environment, which is not an egoic form, my form. It's always a form which is of service to yourself and the whole. It's dancing in freedom, in the rhythm which is needed at that moment. It's a creative process. So what are we going to do? We're going to connect with the ID. And then about 30 centimeters above the head. And then we go 15 centimeters below the ID, between the crown and the ID. In this area, this is called the focus position or the seat of wisdom. Some schools call it the seat of wisdom. And there I like you to connect with darkness. When we look to darkness, darkness helps things to dissolve, it absorbs. It's more easy to let go in darkness as in light. Light is expanding, exposing, and is giving structure, more solid structure in its expansion. So darkness helps to dissolve. And try just to allow whatever needs to be dissolved in the darkness to dissolve. Then we move to the center of the head. It's just inside the head, a center point. And again, there we connect with darkness. And we let whatever needs to be dissolved, dissolve in the darkness. Then we move down to the chest-heart area. And again, we can fill the whole chest-heart area with darkness. and whatever needs to be dissolved, allow it to dissolve. Then we move down to the pelvic, the coccyx area. And again, we can connect with darkness. Fill the whole area with darkness. And whatever needs to be dissolved, let it dissolve. And then we move down in between the legs or through the legs to the ground and underneath the feet into the ground. And just whatever is needed, let it dissolve into the earth. And then I like you to connect with light. There is a point in between the feet around 15 to 20 centimeters underneath the ground, if you're sitting like us. And try to connect with this point and with light. This point is containing a lot of light. And invite the light to move any way it needs upwards. Don't push, don't pull. Try not to control the movement. Even if there is a slight movement of 2 centimeters of the light, it's enough. Just invite the light to move by itself. And after that there will be some music.